Hi, Andrew. Thank you for meeting me today.
Hi, happy to be here.
How's your day been so far?
Yeah, not too bad. Plumber's now out fixing our hot water service, so it's going much better than it started.
Oh, great. Well, thanks for meeting me when it sounds like such a busy time.
No problems.
I did receive your consent form. I really do value, so thank you. I really do value listening to students' experience in nature as part of my research. As outlined in the explanatory statement that you received, the purpose of this interview is to uh, ask students questions about their experience in nature and to see how it may be of benefit to them. So, the questions that I'm going to be asking you are going to be around your experiences in nature and if it's been of benefit to you.
Great.
The interview will be around 8 minutes and I'm going to record it for accuracy. I also want to remind you that it's voluntary and you can withdraw from the interview at any time, or we can press pause, and you're welcome to ask questions for clarification or during the interview as well. So
Cool.
before I press record, are you happy to consent?
Yes, happy to participate.
Okay, that's great. I'm just recording now. So, Andrew, nature can mean different things to different people depending on their backgrounds and experiences. There's no right or wrong answers. What does nature mean to you?
Yeah, so we're lucky enough to live in the bush capital, it's called, which is Canberra in Australia. And it's called that for a very specific reason. As a planned city, it's kind of well integrated and merged into the surrounding bushland and natural environment. So it's quite different to a bigger capital city like, say, Sydney. And that was an important factor for my wife and I in moving here, is having that ready access and that availability of the natural environment. For me, the natural environment, it's the environment that we as humans evolved in. And so we've adapted to it, and it therefore the kind of sensory input and the feelings that you get from the environment are quite positive. And that stands in contrast to kind of built environments that we've made for ourselves, which I find are often quite oppressive, noisy. Things like fluorescent lighting, really unnatural lighting, and open plan offices and things that are really uh, noisy and overwhelming sensorially and create a lot of stress. So yeah, having that ready access to the environment is really important.
Sounds like you find nature to be a positive experience. What role does nature play in your life?
Yeah, it uh, provides the ability to de-stress. It's the ability to go out into nature and experience um, that sensory environment that really brings a sense of calm and peace and centeredness and grounding. The rustling of the wind in the leaves, the bird song, the quiet and the calm really help with my mental health and outlook, I find.
So you mentioned some sensory outputs and things that you receive that you like. Can you tell me more about how nature affects you?
Yeah, I think nature has a really positive impact on me personally. I use it to de-stress, to defragment, to help order my thoughts. And I find that when I'm in nature, it's much easier to have a single train of thought, focus on one thing as opposed to, people refer to having like 30 tabs open on their browser. Yeah, I find the ability to be present and in the moment and with a single thought are really useful aspects of that.
And what do you notice about yourself when you're in those moments?
Yeah, I feel more calm, more centered, more grounded, and just there's more of a sense of well-being.
Hmm. Can you tell me about a time, if at all, when being in nature helped you through a challenge?
Yeah, so there's a history of mental illness in my family, and that has affected me. Um, I used to have what I would refer to as these dysphoric episodes where there'd be just so much emotional and thought noise inside that I'd feel really dysregulated and really kind of worked up. And going out, just going for a walk among um, nature, out in trees and bushes and just in the natural environment it didn't solve the problem, but it just took the edge off. It provided that a little bit of emotional space to start to calm down and to start to regulate myself. So yeah, it's been really important for me in that regard.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Are you happy to continue on?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's all ancient history. So yeah, happy to keep going.
Okay. So you mentioned bush, walking through the bush, was helpful, to you. Is there a particular type of nature or activity or setting, whether it's alone or by yourself, that helped you most?
Yeah, I think so. Just moment by moment, I can look out and see the natural environment, which is really great. I can go out into my backyard and kind of hear the sounds of the natural environment around me. There's more, gets quiet and peaceful. So yeah, that's really useful. But I also, I guess do more formal or structured kind of going out into nature. Probably about once a week or so, where I'll go out and do a bushwalk or a run or something. Specifically with the goal of like getting to a place where I can't see anything, any human artifacts. So it's all natural environment.
Mm.
And yeah, that's really nice.
Are there specific experiences that influence how much you feel you benefit from being out in nature?
Yeah, I think the key one is getting to an environment where I can't see any human artifacts. I think that
Mm.
that really helps just have a sense of being um, in a really calm and peaceful space and totally kind of removed from those stresses.
That's brilliant. Is there anything that you'd like to add that the questions haven't brought out?
Thank you. No, I think we've covered it.
Well, I'm going to stop the recording so that we can have a debrief. So just stopping now. So thank you so much, Andrew. That's been really great. Do you have any questions for me about what happens next?
No, I'm happy. Thank you.
Okay, well, as mentioned in the explanatory statement, your answers will be de-identified and you'll be sent a copy of the transcript to the email that you provided for me. The data will be stored according to the guidelines outlined. And please know though, if you do feel any discomfort, you've got those referral services that are on the explanatory statement. And I'm always happy for you to contact me by email too, if you've got anything that comes up. But I've really valued your sharing today.
Great. Thank you very much. I've enjoyed it.
Thank you, Andrew.
Take
Bye
care.
bye.